Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to show you the whole process of editing a video that has pictures and text in and voiceovers and so on, so that you can see... Oh, I wonder if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I'm just going to test... No, we should be fine. We're going to just roll with it. If the sound's not configured right, it's not configured right. It's just one of those things. Okay, so we've taken the images from a few different sources to fix this, but predominantly from the decorations preps on box making, because this video is all about making a box. Pretty quick, 3 minutes, so it shouldn't be much to edit. So I literally have placed in the images. You can see what is in orange is what's already gone in to the video. Okay. So we start off with an introduction. And put the sound on. So there's no sound on any of these. Even these don't need sound, so I'm going to mute all of this until I talk about something.
Smarties. And a cocktail glass.
So I don't need that bit in there.
I made these from tissue boxes. So I papered them. Took a while, but I wrapped them. I made some letter shapes, 11, I think it's 10.5 by 9.5 dimension. Baby girl. So I've had that one. I nearly laminated them. I thought, oh no, not for the boxes. So I won't laminate them. Then we have, I nearly laminated them. I thought, oh no, not for the boxes. So I won't laminate them. Then we have,
Okay, so I pressed Command V, I think it is, to cut. And there's nothing else in this section that links. I was just showing all the rest of the decorations. So I don't need the rest of that video, which cuts it right down, so it gives us time to do some talking over this. And I'm going to zoom in. The feature is I want to introduce the video and say what we're making. So I'm going to copy... I don't know whether I should put this bit first or last, so I'm going to copy this. I'm going to do where it goes, baby girl. Come on, here we go.
baby girl.
Yeah, oh, I only need to go from top to bottom.
Baby.
Right, just need to go to there.
Baby.
Then we're going to zoom. Oh, the baby's really pushing my belly. Oh dear, she's squished. Ken Burns. Don't need the top of my house. We just want to see from a distance what I did. Ooh. Okay, but because of the widescreen, let's make this a few more seconds longer. Let's just see how that goes.
Baby.
What I wanted to do was to have a big clear view of it from a long distance. I think we need to go a bit more zoomed in when we get to the zoomed in point, and show how it all kind of fits together. That's too slow. Let's go for half again. That's the third. I can make this slower. By 50%. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can make this baby decoration from tissue boxes for your baby shower. So actually that can be a bit slower again. I just wanted to test how long it would take to do a voiceover. So let me turn the sound off for this bit here, and now I'm going to go to voiceover, click here. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I shall show you how to make your very own baby shower cubes using tissue boxes like the one we can see here. Now I went over, the click noise always goes over, so let's just check. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I shall show you how to make your very own baby shower cubes using tissue boxes like the one we can see here. So let's just see what effect that puts on. What we're going to do is literally just zoom out as long as possible while I have time to record what I'm talking about, because it's a bit boring. Nobody really needs to see how you wrap a tissue box, but I'm just going to talk about a standard cube box because I haven't got everything else filmed. I was in a hurry to prepare everything for the baby shower, so I literally just had to get filming some stuff and not get the studio set up all ready to go. But this was from my iPad. That was quite clarity actually. Okay, so I'm going to voice over this one. I know my computer's making a lot of noise, but I can't do anything about that right now. We'll just have to get this video made and make a better one some other time. All you need is a cube tissue box, an empty tissue box in a cube shape, and you need 4 of them, B-A-B-Y. And all I did was find a roll of craft paper and just wrapped it like a present and just used tape, just something really simple, and as you can see from the photo it works really well. Tape, just something really simple, and as you can you want both images to kind of stretch to the text really. And you don't want the video to take too long, you want it to be kind of short and sweet. And all I did was find a roll of craft paper and just wrapped it like a present and just used tape, just something really simple, and as you can see from the photo it works really well. So we need to make this quite long to do the voice over here. Get fast. And then I went onto my computer. In PowerPoint I made yellow squares and added pink text, and I dragged the text to the size that worked for each square. You can see here that the A is quite small because it was wide, and the I is quite big in comparison, so you may want to just check that each box lines up really nicely separately once you do it. And I printed them out. Because they were boxes I could easily cut around the edge, and then I've got my shape ready to go. And then I went onto my computer. In PowerPoint I made yellow squares and added pink text, and I dragged the text to the text, and I dragged. Let's go bigger to zoom in and crop some of this chat out. And added pink text, and I dragged text, and actually that cut the image. You want to cut the text. Highlight the text. And I dragged them, and I think it's there. I dragged the text to the. I drag the text. Right. In fact, we could just put that there. I drag the text to the pink text. I drag the text to the size that worked for each square. You can see here that the A is quite small because it was wide, and the I is quite big in comparison. So you may want to just check that each box lines up really nicely separately once you do it. And I printed them out. Because they were boxes I could easily cut around the edge, and then I've got my shape ready to go. I'm going to come back now and collect this first image. So we can reuse, you can reuse content if you didn't quite get all the footage you needed. And then I'm going to talk about sticking it on. I just use PVA glue, although you shouldn't really. Did I use PVA? Can't remember. Didn't take a
Go.
picture.
Ready to go. We cut around the edge, and then I've got my shape ready to go.
Voiceover. The next thing to do is to stick each square onto the box, but remember which way up the boxes are. Make sure the seams of your wrapping are at the back, out of the way, or if you prefer, at the front, so you're going to cover them up. I used acrylic glue rather than PVA because PVA glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner and stuck them on. We're a bit short on images here, so I'm going to see how this goes again. We'll play it back. The next thing to do is to stick each square onto the box, but remember which way up the boxes are. Make sure the seams of your wrapping are at the back, out of the way, or I'm going to split this actually, and I'm going to put one of these in. I'm going to rotate it so it looks different. Sorry, this button. Yeah, just so it looks a bit different. Remember which way up the boxes are. Make sure the seams of your wrapping are at the back, out of the way, or if you prefer, onto the box, but remember which way up the boxes are. Make sure the seams of your wrapping are at the back, out of the way, or if you prefer, at the front, so you're going to cover them up. I use acrylic glue rather than acrylic glue. I trimmed the wrong piece. It tricks you. I use acrylic glue rather than PVA at the front, so you're going to cover them up. Okay. You don't want large gaps between talking because people get bored watching and they turn off. But I use acrylic glue rather than PVA because PVA glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner. So maybe I can do a freeze frame here and stuck them on. And let's see. And I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner. Get the glue started. PVA glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner. It's frozen, but can I still bend the frozen bit? The glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner and stuck them on. Let's test that actually. Oh, it's Ken burned the whole thing. We don't want to do that then. The glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner and stuck them on. You just have to remember how to spell baby and how to spell girl and make sure they're on the right sides. And there we have it, final product that's ready to add height and cuteness to your display, and you can then put it into your baby's room when she arrives. See how that fits. You just have to remember how to spell baby and how to spell girl and make sure they're on the right sides. And there we have it, final product that's ready to add height and cuteness to your display. That's ready. I'm going to remove these cakes. You know I said I was going to keep them. I'm going to zoom out from the cakes. That's ready to add height and cuteness to your display, and you can then put it into your baby's room when she arrives. Now that zooming in is a bit weird, that Ken Burns. Let's do a reverse. So we're going to zoom in, because we were zoomed in. Now we're going to zoom out. We don't want all that height of the room in there, but we could focus on the food and pretty tables. Wish those 2 chairs weren't there, but never mind. Put it into your baby's room when she arrives. That's ready to add. So let's play that all the way through. It's only a minute and a bit. Let's see what we need to add to the end. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I shall show you how to make your very own baby shower cubes using tissue boxes like the one you can see here. All you need is a cube tissue box, an empty tissue box in a cube shape, and you need 4 of them, B-A-B-Y. And all I did was find a roll of craft paper and just wrapped it like a present and just used tape, just something really simple. And as you can see from the photo, it works really well. And then I went onto my computer. In PowerPoint, I made yellow squares and added pink text. I dragged the text to the size that worked for each square. You can see here that the A is quite small because it was wide, and the I is quite big in comparison. So you may want to just check that each box lines up really nicely separately once you do it. And I printed them out. Because they were boxes, I could easily cut around the edge, and then I've got my shape ready to go. The next thing to do is to stick each square onto the box, but remember which way up the boxes are. Make sure the seams of your wrapping are at the back, out of the way, or if you prefer, at the front, so you're going to cover them up. I used acrylic glue rather than PVA because PVA glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner and stuck them on. You just have to remember how to spell baby and how to spell girl and make sure they're on the right sides. And there we have it, final product that's ready to add height and cuteness to your display, and you can then put it into your baby's room when she arrives. So I can see now that actually we don't
I made these in tissue boxes. So I papered them, took a while, but I wrapped them. I made some letter shapes, 11, I think it's 2.5 by 9.
Okay, that's the picture we didn't need. This is the tutorial. This is the explanation, but not necessarily a tutorial. Could have used this in the video earlier, actually.
Girl. So that one.
We did actually, didn't we?
I nearly laminated them. I thought, oh no, not for the boxes. I don't need them.
Right. Let's see.
I made these in tissue boxes. So I papered them. Took a while, but I wrapped them.
Don't think we need the beginning of that. I don't know if I can use it or if it's just too much.
I made some letter shapes, 11, I think it's 2.5 by 9.5 dimension. Baby. Girl. I've had that one. I nearly laminated them. I thought, oh no, not for the boxes. I don't need them.
Right, so we can chop a lot of that edging off. Just leave. I'm just gonna put some music over the top of this actually, just to play over the end.
Girl. I've had that one. Dimension. Baby. Girl.
And that's it. Okay, so if I mute that, I'm going to export that first. So if I want to change it later, I haven't got to remove the audio from it. So I'm going to now export this. I've watched it through once, I'm happy with it. What I would normally do is check it again at the end. Let me just check the ending here. Baby's room when she arrives. So that's a bit wobbly, that first bit, so I'm going to chop a bit of that off. You just want to see a gentle baby girl. So we're going to just let that roll off. Yeah, it's still a bit wobbly. In fact, that beginning bit is quite cool. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I shall show No, I think we're good because everything's got
at the front, so you're going to
section
cover
in
them up. I used acrylic glue rather than PVA because PVA glue is very wet, and I just put a tiny dot of glue in each corner and stuck them on. You just have to remember how to spell baby and how to spell girl and make sure they're on the right sides. And there we have it, final product that's ready to add height and cuteness to your display, and you can then put it into your baby's room when she arrives. Bye.
Cool. So I'm going to export that as I said. Then I'm going to add all my extra bits and bobs. No, actually before I export that I'm going to add my graphics, my channel graphics. I normally make a thumbnail, but I'm a bit short of time, so I'm just going to stick to my end card bits. Now this is going to go on my Feed Your Soul channel. I just want to see if I've already got the graphics there for it, or if I've got to import them in. Here we go. So I'm just going to copy the images from the media of a previous one. It's much easier and clearer to do that. So I'm just going to have these two end cards. I call them end cards, although technically they're sort of promotional images. Just paste them in. Much easier than finding them on your computer and dragging them in. And they're already configured that way. They've already gone and zoomed in and zoomed out. Feed Your Soul. So I can now export that as FYS because that's the channel it's gone on. Baby shower cube box making. FYS. No music. I basically just describe how I'm doing it basically. And I export this to my hard drive. I do not export it to Google Drive. I do not export it to my file server until after everything's all working fine and I want to archive it. It's the easiest way to upload to YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube don't have a Google Drive import system, which would be amazing if they did. Life would be so easy, because Dropbox updates really easily. Not Dropbox, sorry, Google Drive. But so does Dropbox, to be fair, but it doesn't work on my Mac, so I don't use it anymore. I use it on my laptop, which is really weird, but never mind. Okay, we're good to go. So I export. I don't worry about the tags because I don't see it's relevant. Video and audio, best resolution you can go for. And I click on the best one here. I know it's 2.14 gig, but I've got a brilliant internet connection and I've got time to let it sit and upload as time goes on. And I don't worry about adding to my theatre because that's about online sharing and so on. So let's just click next and save it to my desktop. In fact, no, it's going to go to the folder where I was, that's Google Drive. Because I did decide to put all my movies. I did decide to do that. A 2 gig video though, that's a bit extreme. We're going to put this on my documents. Baby shower, and we're going to file it later. So there's no need to synchronize to Google or anything else. So that will take possibly 10 minutes or so. It will tell you here in a minute when it's going. Oh, okay. Not long then. And it will notify you when it's ready. And we're not going to wait for it to finish, but we're just going to see that it's good to go. And then you upload and that's a different video entirely. So I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.